Thank you for joining the collective. I have a little bit of a different class for you today. Today we are going to do a stretch class. My hope is that you come back to this class on days that you are feeling sore, you're feeling tight, you want movement, but you don't want a full workout. So for this reformer stretch class, all you're going to need is your sitting box. We're going to start on one red spring and lay onto your backs. All right, one red and take it all the way down, rolling nice and slow. Great job. We're going to start with one strap on our foot. So I am going to reach for my right strap foot, press out with both my feet, and I'm going to put my foot in that right strap. If you want more tension on your rope, switch to the short loop instead, but my legs are very tight today, so I'm going to use my long loop. My left foot is going to find the foot bar and just hold me there. Now gradually I'm going to start to pull myself towards the foot bar by bending that foot bar leg and letting this rope leg come over my body here, keeping it straight until you feel that stretch. I want your tailbone to stay down, so don't lift the tailbone, but just have this leg pulling towards your body, strong tension in the rope. And then press out, give yourself a second of relief. Now pull yourself back into the foot bar, pull it into the stopper, feel that stretch. See if maybe you can go a little further this time while keeping the tailbone down, pressing into the mat. Nice job. One more time. Give it a little relief. And then pull yourself into the stopper. See if you can get even further this time. Really feeling the back side of the leg, keeping it as straight as we can. If you need a bend, that's great. Take a little bend in that knee. Nice job. This time I want you to press out and then drop that strap leg across your body and then rotate to lift that back hip. I'm still keeping tension in my rope. Now, same thing. Start to bend that foot bar leg so you're getting a big stretch. You're tightening this rope by moving your carriage closer to home. Just hold it here. Feel that stretch. Hips are rotated. Shoulders are still down. Give yourself a second of relief. And then bring yourself as close to the stopper as you can get. Feeling a stretch on that outer hip. One more time. Second of relief. Now see if you can get an even bigger stretch this time, bringing it all the way. Nice job. It's hard for me to relax in this position because it's so tight. Nice job. Now carefully press that leg up to the ceiling. Now we're going to take it out to the side. So we're going to stretch the inner thigh of that strap leg. Now same thing, start to bend the foot bar leg to get a big stretch over here. Remember, the entire time we keep tension in our rope. The closer we move our carriage to home, the greater the stretch. Try to sink into it, try to relax, press out, a moment of relief. Pull yourself back home, feeling the inner thigh, feeling hamstring. Breathe through it. Press out. Last time. Pull yourself in. See if you can get yourself a little further this time. Nice job. Come all the way in. Now take that foot back up to the ceiling. And then I want you to take your foot that was on the foot bar. Now I want you to drop it all the way down to where your springs would be. Foot is flat on the floor. You have one spring on, so be careful that you're not hitting that one red spring. Now carefully let this leg come towards your body, pressing your heel on the floor into the ground. We're going to open up this hip flexor on this side now. We'll also feel hamstring on the strap leg as well, but I want you to really think about lengthening out this hip flexor on the opposite leg by pressing that heel into the ground. Give yourself a moment of relief and then pull that carriage towards home. One more time, a moment of relief. Pull that carriage back home. Nice job. Now I want you to lift that foot off the ground. Now we're going to cross it into a figure four stretch. So my leg that is not in the strap is going to cross over into this figure four stretch. And then carefully let that strap leg float towards the ceiling. Again, try to keep the tailbone anchored to the mat, and then press that left knee away from you. Now let's try bending that strap knee. Release for a second, pressing that strap leg out. Now bend it in. Nice job. Pressing out, bending in. One more. Pressing out, bending in. Great job. All right, press that leg out, come out of that little pretzel figure 4 stretch and bring that foot to the foot bar. Let's repeat the same thing on the other side. So I'm taking off that right strap, finding my left strap, putting the left long loop onto my left foot. My right foot finds the foot bar, and I'm going to start to bend my foot bar leg, pulling my carriage home to get the back of the leg here, my hamstring, trying to stretch it out. Remember, if you need a bend in that knee, keep the bend. Breathe into it. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Press out for a second. Let the muscles relax. And then see if you can sink a little bit deeper. Nice job. Relaxing the face, relaxing the shoulders. Pressing out. Pulling in. Last time. Second of relief. And then see if you can bring your carriage even closer to home. Remember to keep the tailbone down. We're not stretching out low back. We're trying to stretch out the hamstring, the back of the leg. Great job. Press out. Now I want you to take that rope leg, cross it across your body. This opposite hip, the hip that has the strap, is going to lift off the mat, but my shoulders stay planted. Now start to bend that foot bar leg. We're getting a big outer hip stretch here and still feeling the hamstrings as well. If you need to, bend that knee. Lengthen back out. See if you can get a little deeper into that stretch. Press out. Bending in. Use that breath to help you. Last time, a little relief. Now see if you can stretch even further this time. So tight for me. Nice job. Bring that strap leg to center. Now we're going to open out to that center split position. Now bend that foot bar leg. Feel the stretch. Inner thigh. A second of relief by pressing on the foot bar. Sink deeper into that stretch. Make sure your hips stay even. I started kind of shifting towards that strap leg. Second of relief. Come back in. One more time. See if we can get our greatest stretch here. Really try to pull yourself into the foot bar. Using those foot bar toes, I like to kind of hook and pull myself in. Nice job. Come back to center. Now this is where we're going to drop that foot bar foot down into the well. Careful of the spring. You're going to press your heel into the ground and let your strap leg come towards your body. Remember, we're opening up the opposite hip flexor. So we're really trying to lengthen out the top of our hip here by pressing that heel into the ground. Give yourself a second to reset. Bring that carriage home. Press that heel into the ground. 2 more times. A little relief. Press that heel into the ground. Pull your carriage home. Nice job. Last one. Oh, feels so good. I hope you're enjoying this as well. Nice job. Carefully bring that foot up. Lengthen out that strap leg. We're going to go into that figure 4 stretch. Keeping that leg straight. Bring it up to the ceiling and then press against that knee to send that leg away from us. Nice job. Now we're going to try to bend that strap leg to give ourselves a greater stretch. So now both legs are bent. My strap leg is in control of how much stretch I'm giving myself. Release for a moment. Bend that strap knee in towards your chest. Try not to fight it. Try to sink into it. Relax everything. Pressing out. Bending in. Don't fight it. Sink into it. Last time. Pressing out. Bending it in. Nice job. Carefully press out with that foot bar leg. The strap leg, and then find the foot bar with your opposite foot. Let's take that strap off. Amazing job. Lay those legs over the foot bar. Reach up towards the ceiling, coming into our roll up to sit all the way up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Rounding all the way up. Now, once you're here, I want you to put your arms over the foot bar, round into it, tuck your chin into your chest. Big C-spine here. I want you to feel a stretch down the back of your neck. Pulling that chin into your chest. Now, while we hold this position, give me some ankle and wrist rolls. Chin to chest. Reverse the direction. Really thinking about stretching the back of the neck. 3, 2, 1. Great job. We're going to stay on one red, and we're going to go into a mermaid stretch here. So staying on one red, we're going to find our mermaid or our Z-sit. Our shins are going to go against the shoulder block. Our outer leg is going to line up with the edge of the carriage. You're going to press your inside palm against the center of the foot bar. Take your opposite arm up to the ceiling. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to press out, coming into a big side bend. And I want you to think about pulling both of your shoulders away from the ears and pressing this back hip down. And then lift back up. Nice job. Pressing through that palm. Pressing that back hip down to the mat while you reach through these top fingers. Come all the way up. On your next one, we're going to hold it over. Nice job. From here, rotate your chest so your chest is facing the springs, and then both hands find the foot bar. From here, press out even further. I want you to push on your back palm, pull with your front palm. So I'm pressing and pulling against the foot bar. Now we're going to come into swan. So I'm going to keep my chest towards my foot bar, lift up and over, gaze towards the ceiling, and then press back out long. Nice job. So we're working in rotation. We're rotated throughout the thoracic spine. And then we also come into extension at the same time. This doesn't feel good for everyone. So if you just want to stick with the mermaids, side bending, that would be a great option. Last one. All the way up. Nice job. Take it out this time. Move that hand back to the center of the foot bar. De-rotate so you're in that mermaid. Lift all the way up and over. Find the front shoulder block and reach over this way. So side bending in the opposite direction now. Great job. Now we're going to go into Cleopatra. So our legs are going to stack on top of each other. Our toes are going to go to the back headrest. So my legs are stacked, my hips are stacked. I'm going to press my palm into the foot bar again, and then I'm going to take this hand and hold on to the edge of the carriage. Now look at your heels. So you're working in a side bend right now. And then you're going to press the carriage out, lengthening the bottom ribs. Look up towards the ceiling. And then resist, resist, resist. Come back into that side bend. Perfect. Pressing out. Looking up towards the ceiling. Pulling in. Come into that side bend. One more. Pressing out. Looking up. Pulling yourself all the way in. Great job. From here, I want you to lift your legs to face behind you. Straighten your legs out through the shoulder blocks, cross at the ankles if you need to. And then we're just going to forward fold again, tucking our chin to our chest, trying to stretch the back of the neck. And then hold onto the frame to pull yourself even deeper. Chin to chest here. Big inhale. Big exhale. Nice job. Now we're going to rotate to do mermaid the other direction. So our shins go against the shoulder blocks. Our other shin is in line with the front of the carriage. Our foot bar hand goes towards the center. Our opposite arm reaches towards the ceiling. We're going to press all the way out, shoulders away from the ears, reach through the fingertips, press this back hip to the mat. And then with control, resisting those springs, come all the way up. Pressing out nice and long. Lifting all the way up. We're thinking about expanding the side ribs here. Pressing out. Expand on the top side of the body. On this one, I want you to hold it all the way out there. Press out and hold. This time, rotate your chest to face the springs. Both hands come to the foot bar. Adjust your hands. Press out even further. My back hand is going to press the foot bar. My front hand is going to pull the foot bar towards me. Now, as I come in, I'm going to lift the chest, coming into swan. Big extension here. Look up at the ceiling. Try to keep both arms straight if you can. Pressing out, diving down. Dropping your chest through the shoulders. Press that back hip to the mat. Try to keep both arms straight as you come all the way up and in. Pressing out. Lifting up, look up, look up, look up. Option to stay in those mermaids if this doesn't feel good. Now we press out and hold. Walk that back hand towards the center again. De-rotate yourself. So now we're facing the side again. That top hand lifts off. We lift back out of our mermaid. Now that outside hand finds the shoulder block. Side bend in the opposite direction towards your risers. Nice job. Going straight into Cleopatra. We're going to stack our knees. Toes press into the back shoulder block. So my legs are right on top of each other. Outside hand finds the foot bar. Inside hand holds on to the edge of the carriage. Look at your heel. So you're in a side bend, making a C shape towards your risers. Keeping that foot bar arm straight. You're going to press out, lengthening the bottom ribs. Look at the ceiling. And then C curve towards your shoulder blocks, looking at your heels. Pressing out, shoulders away from the ears. Look up at the ceiling. Pull yourself back in. Nice job. Last one. Pressing out. Gaze goes up. And then come all the way in. Big side bend. Look at those heels. Pulling it all the way in. Amazing job. Swing your legs in front of you. Let's change our spring to one blue spring. Hook on your blue, take your red off. Now we're going to be working inside the well. So very carefully press the carriage back. And let's bring the right foot next to your spring. So your right foot is going to be down. I'm just going to have the back of the carriage press against my calf here. And then I'm going to drop my left knee to the mat so I can get my foot against the shoulder block here. Nice job. We're going to go into like an Eve's lunge variation, but instead of standing next to my reformer, I'm going to be in the reformer. Hands come down to the foot bar. That back knee stays on the mat. Drop down into the lunge. Lift the chest. Gaze can go up to the ceiling if it feels good. We're really pressing the hips forward. Now tuck the pelvis, scoop the core, round back into the foot bar. Amazing. Press that carriage away. Knee stays down. Hips press forward. Looking up if it feels good. Tucking under. Pulling the carriage back home. I want even weight in that front heel and the back knee. Hips really press forward. Pull it in. Now this one, we're going to hold it out. We're going to take the arm of the same leg that's back on the carriage, and we're going to reach up and over in a big side bend. Breathe through it. Big inhale. Big exhale. Come to center. Pull the carriage home. This time, press out and hold again. Open out towards the opposite side. So the same arm that's of the leg that's in front of us, we're now going to open up to the side, reaching behind us. Our body rotates over that front leg. And then both hands find the foot bar. Pull it in. Set that knee on the carriage. We're switching legs. So it might take you a second to avoid the spring and to get your feet into the right position. So this time my left foot is in the well. My right foot is against the shoulder block. Holding onto the foot bar. Right knee stays on the carriage. I'm going to press out, finding that deep lunge. Hips press forward. My gaze goes up. Now start with the pelvis. Tuck the pelvis under. Scoop the low abs, rounding through the spine to pull the carriage home. Nice job. Send the carriage out. Find that lunge. Make sure the hips are pressing forward, forward, forward. That's what's going to give us that nice stretch. Look up if it feels good. Tuck the pelvis. Scoop the core. Gently pull the carriage in. Pressing out. Lifting the chest if it feels good. And then pulling it in. This time we're going to hold it down to go into that side bend stretch. So hold it all the way down, big deep lunge. The same arm that is of the leg that's back is going to reach up to the ceiling. And then we're going to side bend up and over. Big inhale. Keep the hips pressing forward. Big exhale. Hands find the foot bar. Gently tuck and pull the carriage home. Other arm this time, you're going to press out. My leg that's in the well, that arm is going to open out to the side as I rotate over that bottom leg. Big inhale. Big exhale. Both hands come to the foot bar. Bring it all the way in. Pop that leg out of the well. Step to the side. Great job. Let's get our short box. All right, grab that box. We're going to go short box style right in front of the shoulder blocks. Now we're going to get back into the well where our springs are. So I want you to press the carriage out, gently step into the well. Make sure you don't slam the carriage against your springs. Now we're going to work our ankle, our calves, and our hamstrings. So bring the right leg up to the carriage and then press your toes into the box. So I'm getting big flexion in my ankle. I want to stretch out the back side of my calf, and to do that, I'm going to get my toes as high up as I can. If this is causing pain, just bring the heel back, lower the toes, okay? So the greater the stretch, the more flat your foot comes towards the box. So just standing here for me with my foot in that flexion is a giant stretch on the back side of my legs. Now you're going to want to rotate your body towards that leg, and I want you to fight that. I want you to straighten everything out so your hips are even now. And then we're gently just going to press forward. Both legs are straight. And then pull it back in. Just the tiniest little press forward. Both legs are straight. And in. One more. Press it forward. I'm not going very far because my back heel is staying down, which means I'm stretching this back leg as well. All right, this time I want you to pull the carriage towards you. Hands find the box. You might be on your fingers. You might be able to be flat. Tuck your chin into your chest. Just feel this stretch, pulling the hip back. So I want you to bring the carriage as close to you as you can. Now, press it out even further than we went before, trying to keep that back heel down. Now, round and pull it in, making sure we're not putting too much pressure on the back side of our knee. Keep a little micro bend in that knee. Send the carriage out. Try to keep the hip square. Now, when you pull it in, think about sending this right hip back, back, back. Pull that hip back. Nice job. One more. Pressing out. Pull that right hip back, back, back. Now hold on to the box. Set that foot into the well. Bring your other foot up. Nice job. So remember, the greater the flexion, the more stretch we're going to get on the back side of the leg here. If it's too much, bring the heel back towards you. All right, square those hips off. And gently press away. It's not very far. And then pull back in. Both legs stay straight. Nice job. Working our balance a little bit here. Last one, pressing out in front of us. Pulling back in. Now this time, I want you to pull the box so close to you that hands can find it, right? Hands on the box. Now pull that left hip back, back, back. I'm talking about the hip. That's the same as the foot that's on. Pull it back, pull it back. Now this time, keeping both legs straight, trying to keep that back heel on the ground, we're going to press as far forward as we can. We should feel the stretch on the back leg as well because heel is down. Now with control, pull it in, in, in. Amazing job. Pressing it out. Feeling a stretch on the back leg. Now as you pull it in, think about sending this hip back, back, back. You should feel a big stretch as you send that hip back. Last time. Take it as far out as you can go. Keeping that back heel down. And then come in, come in, come in. Pull that hip back, pull that hip back. Great job. Hands on the box to keep it still. And then gently step out. Great job. All right, we're going to add a couple springs on just to keep our carriage nice and still. So I'm just going to add on 2 reds here just to help stabilize my carriage a little bit. All right, we're going to go into side overs, but a stretch of side overs. So hook the top leg under your safety strap. Bring that bottom leg up on the box with you. Bring that hand to the headrest. Stack your hips so we're in our side over position. So hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Your foot is pressing up against the safety strap. Foot is flexed, so there's no chance of you coming out of that strap, and I want all your weight pressing up. Now from here, I want you to drop down to your forearm on the headrest. Reach that opposite arm up and over, releasing into the well. Big inhale, big exhale. If this feels good and you want a greater stretch, I want you to reach that bottom arm towards the floor, really pulling on that safety strap, and reach up and over with your hand on the floor. Oh, that should feel amazing on this top hip. Big inhale, big exhale. Now I want you to carefully bring your hands to the frame of the reformer, one hand on each side, big rotation. And then walk your hands out a little further, pull on the sides of the frame, really stretching it out here. Relax the neck, relax the head. And then our head has been down for a little while, so I want you to make sure you come up nice and slow. Nice and slow to come up. Great job. Turn to face forward. Flex your feet wide against the safety strap. And then I want you to reach for the foot bar. Chin to chest. Pull that foot bar against you. Feet are flexed. Stretching out the back of the neck again. Rounding the low back. And then let's repeat the same thing on the other side. So keep the top foot hooked under. Rotate to face the other direction. Hand to the headrest to stack the hips on top of each other. And then from here, once you're secure under that safety strap, drop down to the forearm and reach up and over. If you want a greater stretch, bring that arm towards the ground. Really pull, reaching through the heel, reaching through the fingers. Big stretch, relax the neck. Key is to actively reach to the heel and the fingertips in opposite directions. From here, bring your hands to the frame. Find rotation in the spine. If it feels good, reach the arms forward, pull on the frame, giving yourself a big stretch here. Nice job. Now our head has been down, so I want you to make sure you come up nice and slow. Great job. We're going to go stand in the well on the other side facing, first take off those two reds. We want to be on one blue. Pop those springs off, one blue. And then carefully watch your ropes step into the well. We're going to hold on to our blocks on the edge furthest away from us and then take a couple steps back. From here, tuck the pelvis, scoop the core, pull the box into you, separate the shoulder blades. Now, send the box away, bend the knees slightly so you can find extension, drop your chest through your shoulders. So flat back here, I have to bend my knees to get into this position. Tuck the pelvis around, pull the box to you, separate your shoulder blades, really rounding the upper back. Now resist, resist, resist. Press into your forearms, drop your chest through your shoulders, flatten out the low back. 2 more times. Round. Tucking the pelvis, dropping the chin to chest. Resist, resist, resist. Forearms find the box. Drop the chest. Lengthen out the spine. Reach the tailbone away. Final one. Finding that flexion, the rounding in the spine. Straightening out the legs. And then moving through neutral and then finding extension. Dropping the chest through. And then slowly come all the way up. Great job. We're going to finish with feet in straps, both feet in straps. So take that box off. Let's go to a red and a blue. So add on your red and then roll yourself all the way down. Pressing out 1 foot at a time. Step into those long loops. Now just bend the knees into the chest. Let the tailbone lift off the mat. Little rock side to side. Great job. Now I want you to connect the soles of your feet and keep the knees bent. We're going to go into a Ferris wheel. So heels are connected, knees have a bend. You're going to press the feet away from you, almost straightening the legs out. Drop the legs, pull the heels towards your booty. Now start to lift the feet up, press through your feet to go out, and bend it in. So you can imagine a Ferris wheel moving in this direction, but we're keeping the bottoms of our feet pressed into each other, and we keep a slight bend as we extend out, but then a huge bend as it comes in. Lifting up, pressing out, pulling in. Now let's reverse the direction. The heels come towards you. Drop down, press out, and up. Nice job. Dropping down, taking it out, and up. Two more in this direction. Keep the feet touching. Nice job. Bring it in here. We're going to go into a Peter Pan stretch. Keep one heel in towards your booty. That leg is not going to move. The other leg is going to straighten out to the side, finding that inner thigh stretch again. Nice job. Just holding it here for a full breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring that foot back in so both our feet are touching again. Lengthen out the other leg. Nice job. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then bring the heels together. Lift both legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to do 3 circles in each direction. Moving nice and slow. Feeling the resistance of the springs. Tailbone stays anchored. Now reverse the direction. Give me 3 the other way. Final 1. Nice job. Both legs stay straight. Let the legs come over the body, allowing the tailbone to lift again. One more time. Close your eyes. One final inhale. Big exhale. Take a moment to appreciate everything that your body did for you today. And you should be proud of yourself for taking a moment to stretch it all out. My hope is that you come back to this class whenever you need it. I'll see you next time.